So you are right to refer to the resilience of the euro economy. And as an example of that, the fact that we had over the first half of 25 0.7% growth is quite indicative of that resilience. Now, some would argue, no, you had a big front-loading in the first quarter and a big payback in the second. And I would submit that this is not actually the case. There was front-loading, but the high, unexpectedly high number that we had during the first quarter was partly front-loading, but was also partly investment and consumption. And if you look at the second quarter, which is higher than we had anticipated, if you take out Ireland, we tend to take out Ireland not because we don't like Ireland, but because sometimes it's a bit of an outlier for reasons that many of you understand. But if you take out Ireland, contribution of consumption and investment to growth was 0.2%. So, good first half. We know that there are headwinds, and there will continue to be headwinds to growth. But I remind you that we have revised upward our growth projection for the whole of 25 from 0.9 to 1.2%. So it's a 30% increase when you think of it, right? But there will be headwinds. And that is reflected in the slight adjustment that we made for 26. We revised growth for 26 by 0.1, and we left 27 unchanged. And we believe that there will be positive for growth that result from the real disposable income that people have and will continue to have, from a very strong labour market. We project labour market to have a 6.1% unemployment rate, for instance. We also believe that the savings that are still very high at about 15% are likely. This is not a given, but there is a likelihood that those savings decline and will therefore help with additional consumption. Added to which, there will be significant investment, and public investment in particular, on the part of those countries that want to increase their military spending, increase their infrastructure spending. The Recovery and Resilience Fund continues to be disbursed until the end of 26, and the military expenses will pick up the baton from there, probably a little earlier than that actually, and will contribute to growth. So those are essentially the reasons that we see on the upside. There are downside, as I said. There will be headwinds. No question about that. And you can include in that, more trepidation in trade, the strength of the exchange rate and what have you. And this is factored into our projections, by the way. I'm not going to characterize as pause, hold, direction of travel. I think all of that is swept away by the principles that we have agreed, which is to be data dependent, to decide meeting by meeting, to not have a predetermined path, and to really look at inflation outlook, meaning baseline plus risks associated, underlying inflation, and strength of transmission. This is our mechanism, this is our framework, this is how we try to think and to anticipate our monetary policy stance going forward to continue to be in a good place.